Hey, it's John Gafford. If you want to catch up more and see what we're doing, you can always go to thejohngafford.com, where we'll share any links that things we talked about on the show, as well as links to the YouTube where you can watch us live. And if you want to catch up with me on Instagram, you can always follow me at thejohngafford. I'm here. Give me a shout. Back from the break, part 2. Today, we are talking about, of course, how to win. Zig Ziglar's book, Born to Win, but more importantly, some other things. You know, as you guys sit here and manhandle these cigars, I feel the need to do something, and you need to understand why. This isn't like the OnlyFans chick where she has the link to things you can buy her or whatever it is. I think that's how that works. Right. I wouldn't really personally know, but you see it in Instagram
That
bios.
is how it works,
Right,
and
okay.
I just found that out. And I'm going to do that. See if just people buy me shit.
Okay,
So I'm going to put an Amazon gift registry.
Hang on. Well, here's where I'm going. Here's where I'm going with it. So I do tend to get, because people are super gracious and super nice to me, they tend to send me things a lot, and I love that. I appreciate every time someone sends me something, but I feel the need to say this. I've said it before. I feel the need to say it again, and only for this reason. Okay,
well, let's not talk about it because I really enjoy it.
You shut your mouth.
Let's just move on.
You shut your mouth. No, we're talking about this. Only for this reason, which is this. I feel horrible when someone spends a bunch of money on something for me that I will never, ever use. All right. So for some reason, all right, people love to buy me 2 things. All right. I just want you to know this is what happens to these 2 things when you purchase them. When you buy me scotch or you buy me cigars, they go to Colt. So
thank you guys.
No.
Thank you guys.
Because it just appreciate it. I'm just saying this is where it goes. So if you want,
keep doing it.
So if you want
Double
gifts to go to
fact,
Colt,
yeah.
you're actually, because then if you think
Chris
about it, you're
Connell
smart.
likes scotch too.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you're in a weird way. You're doing something nice because you're getting a gift from me, which I feel very grateful for and thankful. And then it goes to Colt, which he feels grateful for as well. So you're actually
double whammy.
You are. But here's my thing.
Johnny Walker Blue.
No, I do not. I do not. I drink and collect bourbon. Okay, big difference. Not Canadian. It's like if you go into my office right now, I got Japanese whiskey, the best you can buy. I've got Canadian whiskey, the best you can get.
What's wrong with Canadians and Japanese?
Well, okay. No, see, you're turning this on me, which is terrible.
We got a Canadian in-house.
And again, this is not because I am ungracious. It is simply because I feel horrible. Like I feel like I should smoke the cigar and I should
be a man.
Drink the scotch.
Be a man.
Jesus Christ.
That's why, because everybody assumes you're a man. That's what men do, John.
This is what men
smoke
do.
cigars and drink scotch and talk about girls from back in the day, and we just men.
I think Colt is 100% right here.
Right? We assume you're a man, John.
Colt, I think we found your, before we get back to Born to Win, I think we found your topic for the day. So,
can we talk about, what would be the best smelling candles that they don't make? I'm going to go with my top 3, and I want your top 3 from each of you.
Top 3.
I'm going to say
candles?
cigar sandals.
Oh my God.
Candles.
They make bacon. They make bacon. And remember when everything was ironically bacon?
Candles they don't make but should.
I'll tell you something off camera about bacon. I'm going to say cigar stuff that doesn't stick to the walls, right? That's humidor smell.
I am trying to get away from cigar smoke.
So
not
cigars
to it.
there are candles and smells, right? They talk about tobacco.
All right, well, let's
number one.
I'm
Here, let
pretty
me just
sure
give
they
you
have
number
candles
one.
that smell like everything.
Okay, no, my number 1, pasta water. You know when you make pasta, that water smell? Oh, wow. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Give me 2 more lifetimes and I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, the
pasta water,
Show me
candles.
pasta water.
Cigars smell amazing. Thanks. Who gave us these cigars?
Well, I
Who
think
gave us? Do you like how that?
Let's
Who
back
gave
up.
us
I
that?
think a better thing is not candles they don't make. I think it's odd smells that you love. I think is what it is. I'll tell you what one of my favorite smells in the world is no, it's Chinese plastic beads. And what I mean by that is when I love the smell of Mardi Gras beads. Because it reminds me of being at Mardi Gras. So when I'm cleaning stuff out, when I'm opening it up, it is memory-inducing stuff. You know what's interesting? I actually have these in my desk, and here's a little fun trip for you. Here's a fun tip for you, kiddos. You can anchor positive feelings with confidence, with love, with happiness, with whatever it is, through smell, easier than just about any other any other
It is.
census.
I think it's number one.
I have
Number one.
I have in my office desk. I'll try to find it. Put the link up. I'll put the link up in the bottom of the podcast wherever you're watching, or if you're on YouTube watching, I'll put it there. But I have these little sticks that have distinct smells, and what you do is you basically project yourself into a place of it's like a little mental, like a personal hypnosis deal you have to do. And you just kind of project yourself into like a great place. Like one of them smells like fresh cut grass, which who doesn't have great memories of that?
Yeah.
Like going to the golf course as a kid,
Saturday
blah, 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 blah.
morning, just,
And literally you just bust this thing out and you just smell it and it will put you in whatever state that you have kind of programmed yourself to do. But I'm a huge fan of that.
I went and hugged my dog the other day. She was having a nap. And I went, give her a hug. And she had that dog smell, but not like bad dog smell, just a warm, comforting dog smell. And I immediately transported back to being 8 with my grandpa's dog.
Yeah.
And like playing cards in their house in a different city, different country.
It's crazy how quickly you transport you.
Transported. I'm like, I'd never noticed that my dog gave me the smell memory of my
100%.
grandpa's dog.
100%.
It was really nice.
You know what candle we could make $1 million, what we could make millions of dollars with?
Pasta
If
water.
you could make a candle that smelled like a baby's head.
Belle Delphine. I think
You know how many women would buy that? No. Think about it. No, because my wife loves to smell a baby. She just the smell of that. I don't know, it's a mixture of the baby,
It's
whatever.
a baby powder and it's a
Whatever.
good
Yeah,
thing,
it's just you make a baby head candle. Like I just
a
thought,
baby.
What?
Hold on.
And you can make it in
It's made
the
of
head?
wax.
Yeah,
just-
wax. It's not
Okay.
actually a baby's
Head.
head. No, it's not a real baby's head, but it's a wax. But I think if you did that,
I know a
was-
big candle maker. We could probably make that happen.
yeah, it just to smell
Baby
like
head.
Oh, her house
baby,
smelled
baby
amazing,
smell,
too.
baby smell candle. My
You know-
wife would love that. My wife, every time we see a baby somewhere, like a real small
smell
baby,
its
she's
head.
like,
She just
I wanna-
walks over and
I want to go
smells
smell
it.
that
Pretty
baby.
creepy.
No,
Pretty
dude,
creepy.
look, if you're broke and you got a newborn, you could go to the mall and be like, smell my baby for $10 and you could probably make rent. You probably could.
Rent with baby candles.
Just
Baby
letting your
head candles.
baby.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny is I was cleaning out my room at my mom's house, going through stuff, and I found an old cologne there. And I sprayed it. I'm like, oh, it took me back to high school.
Jupe, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
John's
the
favorite. John's
the
favorite
Yoop.
yeah.
Did I ever tell you about my
How
one of
much
the
you
things
hate Yoop?
Oh, no, better. So
How much he loves it.
we're out in Dallas one night. This is years ago. We're out in Dallas and we wind up going to a club in Dallas. And one of the guys we were with is in the bathroom at the stall. And he's using the urinal, right? So I look over. There's always the bathroom guy.
try to
right? He's
smell
always
him?
there. No, I didn't
Oh,
smell him.
okay.
No, I didn't smell him. But there's always the bathroom guy sitting there. And I look over, I see a bottle of Yoop, right? So I grabbed the Yoop and he's in the urinal, and I think I sprayed it like 20 times.
God.
I mean, I covered him in the
That's
Yoop,
a
right?
dick move.
But here comes the Godsmack. You ready? Because here comes the Godsmack. And again, this is years ago. Daddy, I had a little bit too much to drinky, right? A little too many cocktails going down to me. So we get in the cab to take us back to the. There was like 6 of us in a van cab, right?
Ooh, and you're
the
smelling
smell of
it?
the Yoop. And it's like one of those things where like the
Yeah.
heater was on about 8 degrees too high in the cab, and you're just
God,
like,
just roll down the window.
and here
I'm
comes
gonna
the,
throw up.
so it actually made me sick.
Backfire.
My own
Backfire.
Godsmack. That's
Yeah,
a Godsmack.
there you go.
Actually,
There you go.
My own joke Godsmacked me in the face.
What is 3 things about you people would be surprised by? Like the smell thing remind me of this, and then people come up and they're like, "You're funnier
wait,
than I
real
thought."
quick. Is this your official hijack right here?
You want me to
Is this the-
hijack?
is this the
Let's
official
do
5
it.
minutes
I'm
hijack?
hijacking, but I need your. I
Here we
want to
go.
know. I'm curious. What are top 3 things people would be if they've met you or they know you?
Yeah.
They'd be surprised about.
I'm an absolute fangirl of Sex and the City.
Are you?
What?
Yeah, watched every single one. Loved the show, not the movies.
I watched
You're
the
a
movie.
Fangirl of Sex in the City.
All right, that's number 1.
Because it gave me these positive memories. It was like something my sister and I connected on years ago.
Okay.
It just,
Yeah,
it was just one of
yeah,
those
yeah,
things,
yeah.
and it was my first time when I'd moved out, and you're kind of trying to figure out how the world works, and you see people doing different stuff, and I don't know, it just gave me kind of a
Yeah,
like
I
a
get
warmth.
it.
There was like a warmth to the show.
Oh, yeah, that's
That's
one.
something I wouldn't, and I do hot yoga.
Hot yoga. I could see
You
you
do
doing hot yoga.
See, I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah,
All
it's just-
spandex, I'm sure.
No,
I'm not
no,
surprised.
I go gorilla style with it. It's all just
Nice.
Wow.
yeah,
What's your
it's
third?
a fight tease.
What's your third thing?
Shit about myself, I don't know.
What about you? You got 3
There was
things?
3 things that
Things
people,
that people wouldn't know. I
I'm
would
kind of
assume.
that wouldn't know
I
about
would
me.
assume
Yeah,
that
that
people
I'm
is
kind of
so-
an open book.
I'm
Let's
pretty
see.
an open book otherwise.
Let's see. With all this confidence that I sort of ooze, I was absolutely tortured as a kid when I was in like
Oh yeah, me
8th
too.
grade.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, chased around school by bullies, ostracized, like the whole thing, like tortured.
Were you the big kid?
No. I was the mouthy kid, and you know, again, Godsmack. I kind of deserved it, but you know, so all my friends decided to pick on this one kid in school, and so I chimed in on it, and then he was like, "Oh, really? You?" And all of a sudden, me? And then and then it turned like everybody turning on me. So I kind of had it coming, I guess. But yeah, completely ostracized for about a whole year through 8th grade.
Yeah,
there's one of them. So yeah, it hasn't always been sunshine and rainbows there, kids.
Yeah, I always think that. I'm like, people are shocked. Like, for me, I love flowers.
Get flowers?
Just to flowers, not to get them. I mean, if someone wants to buy them, sure, I'll take them. But like, just flowers. I could sit out and just stare at flowers all day long and smell them. I love flowers.
You love
flowers.
I think that's wonderful.
Huge Nora Jones fan. I love Nora Jones.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I don't know what else would be surprised.
I love weddings.
Weddings? I
weddings, you love
love weddings.
You love weddings.
I don't know what else, but yeah, that was just shocked because I've had people come up and they're like, they get to see a different side of us on this podcast, and it just shocks people. Like, hey, you're not an asshole all the time.
No, I just don't know there's anything about me that people be like, oh my God, I can't believe that. Like, that's shocking.
That's why I'm
your
trying to think
Spice
about
Girl phase.
No, there's no Spice Girl phase, but I'm literally sitting here trying to think, and I'm like, there's nothing that I can think of that would be like disaster. It would be like, oh my God, I can't believe that.
Well, no, not disaster. I think people just have a like I said, I mean, people, multiple, I mean, 3 or 4 people have come up and like, you're funnier than what I would think because you're an asshole in business type of deal, I think. So I think people are just assumption of us that there's things that, I don't know, like to me, just weird. Nothing.
Johansson told me to go fuck myself one time.
Did she?
Did she really?
She's a hot girl.
I got a lot of those kinds of stories.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody wouldn't believe that.
No,
I
could see Scarlett telling go F off.
Yeah.
But back to the candles. Let's get that baby heads. Let's get that baby head
candle. Colt, I'm going to tell you that was not your best hijack.
No, I was trying. I was intrigued.
That's not the right question. You asked me like, what's better, a fig Newton? What's my favorite Oreo? I can tell you.
I was just curious. You want me to go real deep?
No.
Bagels. You want cheddar cheese or cream cheese?
Asiago. Oh,
cream cheese on a bagel.
No, cheddar. All day long. Get back to the book.
Yeah,
back to the book.
Cheddar.
Back to the book. We're talking about
amazing.
Born to Win by Zig Ziglar today.
Amazing.
And this we've talked about a lot, which is if you're not, it basically says when you've got a strong enough why, you can always find the how. You got to drill down and figure out why you're doing something before. And if it doesn't make sense to you why you're doing it, you're probably A, not going to be good at it, B, not stick with it very long, or C, put much heart into it. So you better be able to attach a tangible why to what you're doing instead of just going on, which is why a lot of times with real estate, again, we keep bringing it back to that today, but when I coach my agents that work for me, I don't just put a dollar figure. Like if you put a dollar figure is empty, $25, $35, $40, $50,000, whatever it is in a quarter, it's an empty number, but you need to attach it to something that's going to happen because you get that money. Mm-hmm. I can pay my kids' tuition. I can buy a rental property. I can put money away. I can get a new car. I can get out of debt. I can do these things. And when you attach real tangible things to these goals and real whys that are drilled down to you in a human nature, it really, really works. I think not enough people take the time to drill things down to their core of what they are. Mm-hmm. And I'll give you a great example of this yesterday. So my daughter, Roma, is quite possibly the messiest human on the planet. I don't know where she got it.
Disagree. Because
I'm not messy. Well, I'm not that messy. And she just, literally just leaves stuff everywhere. Yep. Open a bottle, leave it there. If I open a package of it
goes on the floor. There's kids everywhere.
It's everywhere. But hang on. So we have been telling Roma for the last probably 3 months, babe, you're the messiest kid. Like you're too old for this. You got to start cleaning up after yourself. And I really thought about what it was to be messy the other day. And shockingly enough, it's very similar to what it means to be late all the time. Mm-hmm. So I shifted the conversation from you are very, very messy to you are incredibly inconsiderate. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You are being incredibly inconsiderate of everyone around you, just expecting them to clean up after you. Right. And that, messy, you're whatever, Dad, I'm not that messy. I'm not messy, that. No. You're being really inconsiderate. And when you do that, it's showing a lack of respect and a lack of love to your mother in particular. Yep. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, whoa. Like if you are someone that is late all the time, you're just not casually late. It's not funny. You're a dick. You have no concept of other people's times. You think you're more important than they are. People
remember that. You might not remember that you are late to meet clients or whatever, they remember that. And people that know the value of their time, which are the people you want to do business with, or you should be in that person, is they don't forget that.
No.
You can show up once late and they'll be, but twice, 3 times, they're done with it.
Remember this too. I told you at the beginning of the broadcast today that I said, I'm pretty good at identifying traits of narcissism. One of the number one traits is people that are always late.
Yeah.
If you are consistently late, that means you value your time over the time of everybody else on the planet. And I'm talking to you, doctors. Yeah.
I went off on a doctor once, and he put me in.
Worst.
It was probably worst time to go off on a doctor.
Worst.
I'm like, I've been here for an hour and a half. I got shit to do. You think your time's more valuable than mine? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, sorry. The lady next door is stillborn, death, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay.
That is,
yeah.
I was
like,
shit on doctors because
no.
They are like me and lawyers. When you're managing other people's problems, right? You can't predict things, right? If it's one of those things where it's, I have meetings from 9 to 12.
But let me back up. I normally try to book doctor's appointments first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, what is your first appointment?
Right.
So I'm sitting in a room for 25 minutes and it's your first appointment. Yeah. That's on you. And that happens a lot. And that's not okay. I get
doctor's
it.
appointments and first flight.
I get it when you get somebody that comes in the office and they want more attention. You got to spend 25, 30 minutes and just backs the whole system up. I understand that. Yeah. But when you're late for your first appointment.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's the one I'm griping
about. First flights out in the morning. Yeah. So no one gets backed up on those too.
Yeah, that's the one I'm griping about. Man was designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, and endowed with the seeds of greatness.
Sure. Well,
I mean, I think, this is Zig Ziglar's belief that you were born to win, man. You were actually, you have all the tools in the world. I mean, what is it? How many sperms are there? What are you, one in how many?
Millions.
10 million.
10 million or something? Dude, you made it. You woke up today. You made it. 1 in 10 million.
1,800 million or something.
Yeah, whatever it is. But you won it. You have beat the longest odds you will ever face.
I'm trying to think of that lyric from a Deftones song.
Have you seen the memes where it's like, got 3 sperms, one's cancer doctor, one's this, and then it's like me.
Yeah, there's you.
You're worthless shit.
Yeah, good job. Good job, buddy.
But to your point, like I like some of the rah-rah that a lot of these books promote because they're there for the individual reader who's reading them. And it's like, you have all the tools to win. But again, I think sometimes people don't have their priorities right to even know what winning looks like. Right?
Or believe.
So I want to win. I want a Ferrari. So, well, that's not necessarily winning. No. Ferrari's not winning. Yeah. It's like you said, it's the poor man doesn't have enough as opposed to having,
poor man wants, rich man wants for nothing.
Right. It's just if you're somebody that's sees success as having a loving family and you're that very kind to them and nice to them and you have an I love you household and all that stuff,
you're winning.
Well, it's the same. Success is different for everyone. Like I have a partner currently in one of the businesses that the dude is a machine. He works 7 days a week, constantly working. I'm not going to do that because to me, that's not success. Success is spending time with my family and my kids. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. I only got them until they're 18. Right. Is it 90% of the time you spend with your children is before they're 18 years old, and then you're going to get it sporadically the rest of your life and less and less and less and less till they come to your funeral. And I want to enjoy every day, every minute that I can with those kids that they're determined to make my life more difficult on a daily basis by doing random things. But that's and to me, that success is being able to do that. That's what it is to me.
Isn't it funny when you think about that? If you think about the logic of having kids, right? You can't find to me much logic in the process, right? It's one of the most expensive part-time jobs you can ever have.
Oh yeah.
It is one of those things where you just worry. You spend the rest of your life after having a kid worrying and stressing out and living for them and blah blah blah. And then they're out of the house and it's gone. And it's like, what is the tangible net benefit?
You're trying
your genetic.
Yeah, it's like hiring somebody to do a job in 40 years, and you just pay them up front and be like, come back in 40 years and take care of me, do the job, and you hope it happens. You hope it happens, and it doesn't. But essentially, that's what you're doing. You can have everything in life you want if you're just willing to help enough other people get what they want. Again, back to connecting the dots. I think that's it. Opportunity is walking through your life every day in the form of people you meet. Man, how true is that? Don't be afraid. I think this is, and especially in some of the circles that I started running in, and this is what I'm going to teach you a great lesson today. And here's what it is. As you level up in life and you surround yourself with different people, right? you may be at like, we'll just call it level 4, where people are starting to get up on the come up and they're starting to work. They're starting to get forward. Everybody on level 4 is faking it till they make it. And they don't want anybody else on level 4 to know they have any problems.
Right.
They don't want to let it up. By the time you get up to level 9 or 10, the people that are up there, as soon as you talk to them in the course of conversation, they're going to say, this is what I need help with. What do you need help with? And they'll just tell you.
Sure.
Because they're done fronting. They're done trying to impress anybody. They don't give a shit. They understand that there is a fast lane to success, and it's through other people. You make connections with people that can help you. You can help others. Now, again, it's like we talked about before. It's like a bank account. You can't just always make withdrawals. You got to make some deposits with these people. Mm-hmm. But again, case in point, sitting at my buddy Josh's house this weekend in Newport, and I'm like talking about something I got going on. He's like, what challenges are you having? And I'm like, this is what I need. Apparently revolving mezzanine line debt. And he literally sitting there over my kids. Like that too. Over my kids making s'mores. He makes two texts to 2 people, and I've assumed today, and that's well on its way to getting done. He didn't have to do that, but he did it for me, and it's the same thing. I would do anything I could do to help him. But when you get to those higher levels, people discuss problems because they understand somebody else probably has the answer.
Yeah. Well, and I think at that level, you are at that level because somebody helped you along that way. So I think you are obligated.
Well, but the point of it wasn't wait till you get to that level to act that way. The point is
act that way now.
Act that way now, and you'll get to the level 8 much faster. Because, dude, if I look back at my life, how much time I spent pretending to be something bigger than I was, it's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I mean, dude, I could have got to where I'm now 10 years ago if I just would have got out of my own way and quit acting the part and just started asking for help.
Yeah.
Easily 10 years. So.
Yeah. Very interesting.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Practice is simply preparation for success, which I agree. If you're in sales, I'm going to spin off today, give you a little tidbit that I don't even know if I've given this on the show before. Maybe I have because it's one of my standards. But I'm in the cart today driving to the other side of town to a meeting, and I get a phone call. Hello, this is John. Hey, John, this is blah, blah, blah from blah, blah, blah. How you doing today?
I hang up that call.
Okay,
I'm over it.
So I said to the guy, I know you're a telemarketer. I'm not interested. What? Now, here's the deal. This is how your brain works, in case you didn't know this. Your brain is eliminating things out of the daily. Your brain, in its pure reptilian state, is designed to keep you alive. That's really all it's designed to do.
We're teleological.
Yes, that's it. So your brain just goes, okay, the blender that's sitting on the counter, not going to kill me. Don't have to worry about the blender.
Right.
The ceiling above my head, not going to fall in on me because I've seen it not falling enough. That
I haven't heard anything to make me change that.
I haven't heard anything, so I'm not even going to think of it. So you don't even think about the ceiling.
Right.
So your brain is looking for ways to categorize things that you don't have to think about at all. Right. It's just what it's looking to categorize. For example,
the minute you say,
for example,
how are you doing today?
Well, hang on, but when you go to a clothing store, right, and you see the person coming towards you, salesperson, what are they going to say to you, Colt?
How can I help you today? Yeah.
Can I help you find something? Blah, blah, blah. So, and if you know what you're looking for, you don't want to deal with them. Are you already just waiting for them to shut up before you can say, nah,
I meet them at the pass and say, good. I'm just browsing. I'm not, whatever.
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't want you to come near
I'm good. Right. But you see them coming and your brain has already programmed you to the point where you already know exactly how this interaction is going to go. Right. I already know.
I'm like getting mad right now. Thinking about
just thinking about it. Right. So if you are working on the phone, as most realtors do, because we have to call leads, and you do that, it doesn't matter what you say on the front end. If you end it with, how you doing today? That is every telemarketing script from the Police Benevolent Association to an insurance salesman to the solar people to everybody in the world. How you doing today? So whoever you're talking to immediately characterizes you as somebody they don't want to talk to.
I end that call now.
Yeah, totally.
It took me years to get up the confidence in the people pleasingness. Mm-hmm. I'm a bit of a people pleaser in my soul. Okay, it's that Canadian in me. The minute I hear that now, I am quicker than fucking Shotgun Willie, like quick draw McGraw.
You're doing them a favor by hanging up on them. What I do is tell them how terrible their pitch is. I'm like, bro, as soon as you said how you doing today and that down tick, and it's always the same temper, the same tempo. How you doing today? I'm like, I know you're a telemarketer. I was done with you before you even open your mouth. Doesn't matter what you're selling. You can even call me and tell me you're going to give me $1 million. I wouldn't even heard it.
I've already hung up the phone.
Yes, because my brain is categorized. So if you are someone that sells via the phone, when is the last time, like for example, again, when's the last time you called one of your friends and said, hey, Chris, it's John. How are you doing today? Never. When I call you, I'm like, yo, what's up? Yeah. Hey, what's happening? I mean, whatever. When you call somebody on the phone, build familiarity, put them in a positive state to receive whatever you're saying by talking to them in a way that their friends would talk to them. Don't talk to them like a salesman because you're going to lose them. So that's my little tidbit for that.
That's one of the most valuable things.
Police people call you at like 7:30 in the morning? They
always
when did
call
that become
when did that become
It's like 7:30 in the morning. It's always a police fund. And I'm like, you guys.
I always say I'm on a federal do not call list. Immediately, I just say I'm on the federal do not call list.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, thank you.
And they're done.
I don't even do that. I hang up on them. But
the point here, the rules of slide I read.
So what would you say? So what is your kind of to get on that? Build something constructive. If I call you and I want to sell you whatever bullshit, I don't know. What am I selling you?
Huh?
Fucking sold.
It doesn't matter. Widgets. Call it widgets. We'll go right for business school. Widgets. You're selling me.
Yeah, because it would have to have something. Hey John, what's going on? Do you have any interest in buying these fucking widgets I have? Like literally, I'm not.
I have two techniques for that I would say. Number one is build familiarity by talking to them like a friend, which is, hey, I'd be like, when you answered,
hey,
I'd be like,
hello, Chris
I'd be like, Chris, hey, it's John. What's happening, man? And you're like, so now instead of thinking salesman, you're thinking that. Yeah. You're thinking that. Who is this person? But now, what are you subconsciously going to do to figure out where I go in the filing cabinet?
Yeah,
you're going to listen intently to me to figure out who I am, right? Now, the second thing I would do is, I call it a double question because it makes them skip a beat. It's like, hey, it's John. I just saw you on our website. We're surfing for properties. I'm just calling to see what we can do to help with your home search. What are you looking for in a home? Like, I don't even give them a chance to respond, and I damn sure don't waste their time by asking them how they are. How's the weather? Let's go. I'm going to skip their brain by telling them who I am, why I'm calling, and then I'm going to ask them a question that does not end with yes or no.
Yep.
And it damn sure is not, what can I do to help you? Because then it's like, oh, nothing, I got, I'm just browsing, I'm done. I want to know what you're looking for in a home. I go right to that. Right. Bang, bang, bang. Because now it's like, and it skips their brain because, again, most times if you use that technique, they're waiting for you to stop so they can tell you, I don't need any help, I was just browsing, but you're asking them a question that they cannot answer in that fashion.
Yeah, so for real estate, I think there's particular ones because you can be useful and people don't always need a home. They could be investors, whatever, right? So if you were to say, hey, did you check out this property on this? Like if you have something, right? Like tangible. If you have a little bit of a value add.
It's all about familiarity. It's all about familiarity.
Just I saw you were looking at this thing. Did you get a chance to look at this other one?
Yeah.
Whatever. Then they
something.
Go, I didn't do. Oh, is that a good deal? Like,
something.
You always have to have value add. If you don't have any sort of value add, if you're not bringing anything to the table, you're not. I mean, you can close deals, but in real estate, some of the best thing is calling and just creating a database with them, and how can I help you, that kind of stuff, and then go to the source. It might be a year, but I know a guy, he made $300,000 his first probably 18 months. First year did nothing but just create a database. A value adding for him, and then in that 6 months is when he made $300,000.
Yeah, well, I mean, it gets back.
People don't do that.
The card we were reading was practice is simply preparation for success. If you are in any type of sales business, you should be running your scripts. You should have a written script. Now, again, I don't like A to Z scripts. No. I like, when we teach people here, it's like I teach them, an A to Z script is checkers. We teach chess and every piece has a place, and this is when you play that piece. But you play 100% how you practice. Yep. If you don't bother to practice, and you play like shit, you can't convert anything, you should not be surprised. So if you are not in a team environment, find yourself in any type of sales industry, find an accountability partner. And if you don't have an accountability partner, at least do this. Call your voicemail every single day and read your script as fast as you can into your voicemail, because then at least you will internalize it. Because the worst thing you can do is sound like you're reading something.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you can do.
Or say, hello, how are you today?
Yeah. Hello, how are you doing today? Yeah.
But hey, how are you today? How are you doing today, Chris?
If anybody, if you hear this and you're still saying how you doing today after this,
that's your fault.
I literally hate you and I don't want you to ever call me again.
You're done. Next card, winners expect to win. They expect victory and they expect success. Again, if you don't believe in yourself, why is anybody else going to believe in you? It's just not going to happen.
Demand that of yourself, yeah.
Demand that
of yourself, not for yourself, of yourself.
Of yourself.
Yeah, if you don't believe in yourself, Jesus,
Yeah.
you're in the wrong business of anything.
No kidding. Encouragement and hope are the two most powerful qualities that any person can provide to others. I love this because, we just did our awards for Simply Vegas, and a big part of those awards are what we call the brand awards. It's our top 10 agents in the company.
Yeah, I noticed I didn't win one.
Yeah, you didn't win one. And it's the top agents. And the reason we call them the brand awards is because these people are running such huge businesses and doing so many deals that they really are the brand. They are a representation of the brand out in the marketplace. And I kind of read the same speech that I wrote every year for it. And a big part of it, and the part that resonates and to me is, as they are, creating new paths, they're reaching back to pull others forward. And I think that with all of your success, if you're not doing something for somebody else, the success becomes hollow very quickly.
Sure.
I think so. People ask me why I still have a team. Why do you still have a real estate team? 15 years, you own the brokerage, you own this, you own that. Why do you still have a team? Because genuinely, the team is where I find the most joy. Taking these people and seeing my people from my team win awards the other night was amazing. It was so great. I take so much joy from that. And not that, but just so many people that got awards were on my team at one point or another.
Well, it's funny because there's 2 or 3 people like you in our company. And it was funny, another guy, Gorton, sitting back, like he got top 3, whatever. I don't know what he was, but he was more proud of his team.
Yeah.
He was there for his team as a cheerleader, and that's awesome to see.
Of course.
And that's it. Telling somebody, hey, you look good. Have you seen those stupid YouTubers just go by and say, oh, driving down the street, you look amazing. Nice hat, whatever.
Thank you. Oh, my God.
Yeah, you can make somebody's day, right?
I love the guy that the musclehead dudes are leaning his car. The guys, excuse me, guys, save some chicks for the rest of us.
Yeah.
They start laughing.
But it is like you make somebody's day, just by do that to your clients and you'll have a client for life.
But don't be here's the other thing, though.
Don't be disingenuous.
Don't be disingenuous. Like, truly
the Eddie Haskell syndrome.
Yeah.
Lovely hat, Mrs. Cleaver.
Yeah. No,
right now, the millennials are like, who the hell is that? What's he talking about?
Yeah, I hate that fake. Oh, look at you. You look so good, blah, blah, blah. And
I hate that too.
It's this syrupy ingratiation thing.
I like John. John came in today. Chris, looking good in that blue. I like that blue.
Looking sharp in the blue today, buddy.
That's
sharp in the blue.
He means that, right? Like if you mean that means a lot from someone. When John says, "Colt, what the hell's with that shirt? That's stupid." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, John."
Yeah,
trying to get me away.
Well,
from
the best was as boys will be boys, as they do. Like we have text groups and everybody gets stuff.
Sure.
One of our guys sent to the text group the GQ article on how to shorn your testicles, we'll call it, is what it was. And then Colt's response to it was, wow, warm shower, I would have thought cold. And my response was, dude, do not put a vet's purse in the shower because I know she's where she keeps those things.
Such a dick.
I know that's where they actually keep
But wouldn't you thought cold showers? I don't know. Are we going to go there? No?
We're not going there.
Okay.
You had your chance. You missed it.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm coming with the I'm hijacking 30 minutes next week.
We're going to end the show because I think this little tidbit was the most important one that I saw when I was going through it. No, here it is. You ready? This is it. This is, if you take nothing else away from this on how to win, here it is. You ready? Winning isn't everything, but wanting to win is.
Yep. So I have a kid that just doesn't have a huge amount of competitiveness in her genetics, in her DNA. Mm-hmm. I don't know where it comes from because I would chew through concrete and I don't like to lose.
Yeah.
But she just doesn't have it. You almost, I don't know. Do you think that that's do you think it's a learnable?
Well, it is.
A learnable trait to be competitive, want to win
through sports. We talked about this. It's manufactured adversity.
Manufactured adversity,
because she's never going to have to worry about getting eaten by a polar bear or having to hunt with a spear.
So she's in sports. She plays basketball and volleyball, but I think even at that, it's still not. I think some people are just going to have that.
Maybe she'll find something in life that she does want to, right?
Yeah.
Like if you don't,
maybe it's just not her thing.
Yeah.
But it's just there are people though where your natural standing blood pressure rate is lower than others. There are type B personalities.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you know the difference between type A and B? People always kind of don't understand how that works, but type A and B is differentiated by locus of control. Yeah. So a type A person feels a very internalized locus of control. I am in the center of my destiny. I control my destiny. And it's not narcissism. It's just where does the control? Right. Everything that happens in this world is from my control perspective.
My decisions
type
equal my
B
future.
Is this world is happening to me.
Yeah, no.
And, so type A and B is a huge kind of, figure out which one you are and how to work with it.
Again, I think if you're not where you want to be, ask yourself, do you really want to be where you think you want to go?
Right.
Because I really don't want a six-pack.
Everybody wants six-pack abs. Yeah. We all know what it takes to get there, but do we really want to get where we are? Well,
it's 7-minute abs.
7-minute abs. No, man.
Remember the Thigh Master?
No.
Thigh Master.
Oh, man. Well, guys, as always, if you like what we do, make sure you like, subscribe, give us a little review. But if you like what we do, tell a friend, have them listen as well. Join our army of over 10,000 subscribers now. But if you hate what we did, man, tell 2 friends, because it doesn't matter if you're talking good or mad. What is it, Colt?
As long as they're talking about you.
As long as they're talking about you.
Except for Tom Hanks.
Next time.
Except for Tom Hanks.
Hey, it's John Gafford. If you want to catch up more and see what we're doing, you can always go to thejohngafford.com, where we'll share any links that things we talked about on the show, as well as links to the YouTube where you can watch us live. And if you want to catch up with me on Instagram, you can always follow me at thejohngafford. I'm here. Give me a shout.